Yo, thank you so much for coming on the show and having this conversation with Van. You know, your story's amazing. You have so much to offer the world. You've been through a lot. You know, your test is now your testimony. You have purpose. You have hope. You have dream. You have aspiration. And somebody depends on you, so you can't give up. So, again, thank you for taking the time to have this conversation with Van.
Let's have a conversation with Ben. Sit down and talk to me. Sit back and talk to me. Let's have a conversation with Ben. Sit down and talk to me. Sit back and talk to me. Yeah. Conversation with Ben.
What's up, everybody? I am Iamvanswan, and you are watching Conversation with Van. On today's episode, I get to talk to somebody who wears so many different hats. YouTuber, she is a fitness trainer. She is a podcast host, dancer. There's so many different things that she is. She's so creative, so talented. I actually follow her on social media, and we actually connected in that way. And I'm so glad that she said yes to coming on and having a conversation with your boy. So put your hands together and give it up for Miss Sherille Grant. What's up?
Thank you once again for this invite. I'm so excited to be on your show. I mean, we've definitely connected before, and I had great conversation with you in the past, so I'm looking forward to this conversation tonight.
I'm excited to have a conversation with you and get a little backstory of who you are. I've been following you on social media, as we made mention, and you're doing some really, really dope things and have some really dope content. And I just want to get a backstory of just kind of who you are as an individual, aside from what you do as a brand and as a businesswoman, because that's who you are and that's what you are. So let's take it back from the beginning. First and foremost, where are you from?
I'm from New York. I'm from Brooklyn.
Come on.
Maybe BK, okay?
Come on. Yes. That's dope.
Yes.
That's dope. I love New York. Let's talk about your childhood. What were you like as a kid? What were some of the things that you were interested in?
So as a kid, I was very shy. I mean, I still feel like I'm shy a little tad bit, but I was definitely shy as a kid, very quiet. But I was a little sassy. Okay, I did have a little attitude to me, but I was very quiet. I think as a kid, I developed this independent mindset very, very young. I grew up in a household full of older siblings, and of course, my parents, my mom, well, she was a single parent raising us, but I had my dad in my life as well here and there. And I just grew up as an old soul. I feel like I grew up too soon, you know. So I've been very independent but shy. I held things down for myself for a long time as a kid. But I was very also gifted and talented. I was dancing. I was doing a little bit of acting. Yeah, I was doing a lot of stuff.
Who were some of your influences when it comes to those fields?
So I started dancing when I was about I feel like I was dancing my entire life. But I got into dance school around 7 or 8 years old. So I've been dancing professionally since then. Getting paid as a teenager to perform or performing at different events and gigs and traveling. My family, I come from a very strong, I want to say entertainment or musical background. My dad was Ron Grant, and, God rest his soul. So he was a singer, and my sister was a singer. My brother is a singer. They are musicians as well. Then my other sister is a dancer. So we just all naturally gifted and talented. I have uncles and aunts who are singers. So don't get me wrong, I wasn't gifted with the singing ability.
Yeah, but
I got the dancing portion. I got the acting and the dancing portion. But to be honest with you, Ron Grant wasn't my biological father. I was adopted since I was like an infant, a baby. So that's the family that I was raised up and grew up with. So I did call him my dad, but I had the honor of being under his presence so long that I got to witness him perform and be in his, his musical mindset and ability. So I just got all that mainly from him and a hosting aspect from him as well. So
that's really dope. That's still dope. That's still dope. That's still family. So that's a really a blessing to be able to be connected to that background, and that's really 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 dope. But let's talk about fitness
Okay.
because you are into fitness as well. So tell me about that journey. I know that you are a fitness coach, and you also are the founder of
Yes.
Brooklyn Muscle,
Mhm.
yeah, which is
Yes.
super dope. But let's talk about that journey.
After I graduated from LIU Brooklyn, I got my BA in psychology and stuff. I was like, I need to take a little break. I don't want to go back and get my master's, but I still wanted to do something. And then I started working out at the gym, mainly because I was in a very unhealthy and toxic place in my life during that season back in like 2015. I was in an abusive relationship. I was depressed. I was going through so much. So at the end of that year, I said, you know what? I love working out. It makes me feel good. I don't think about all the negative things. I escape from my toxic stuff going on at home or in my relationship. So I decided to become a personal trainer. And so I went to school at American Academy of Personal Training in the city, and I got certified in May of 2016. And so I
Dope.
decided from there, I'm gonna just start my business. I'm gonna just go right in there. I'm not even gonna wait. I'm gonna just go straight with it. And that's how Brooklyn Muscle came about.
Dope. That is dope. How is it working out for you? So being an entrepreneur, starting your business 2016, like, going through a whole different career path, coming
Yeah.
out of a negative situation, turning that into this positive journey that you're on now. But tell me, how has that experience been? How is everything going for you now?
It's beautiful. It is so beautiful. I am so happy. I am so happy. This is the best I've ever felt in my entire life, mentally, physically, and spiritually. I'm just in a really great place right now.
Yeah. So talk about the fitness journey. What are some of the workouts that you love to do? Or some of the maybe even your clients, or some of the things that maybe they come back to you and say, Miss Sherille, you got me looking good from doing XYZ. What are some of those, let's talk about those exercise things that you do.
So a lot of my clients are female. So
Okay.
they all got the same type of goals. They want a big butt, curvy,
Uh,
flat stomach. They all want the same goals. So they come to me asking more for like cardio and strength training, of course. But for me, my favorite, I love strength training and I love high intensity interval training, which is the HIT acronym HIT. So that's my go-to. I definitely love working out my legs because I just think legs are just sexy. If you don't got no strong legs, I don't know how you're gonna make it through. But that's
listen.
my favorite. That's my favorite.
So let's talk about how important is the diet aspect of fitness, because I believe, you as a physical trainer, I know nutrition is a little bit different, but I think they kind of go hand in hand. So how important is the nutrition part of maybe getting in shape or losing weight or gaining weight? Let's talk about that a little.
Of course, it's super important. I tell my clients all the time, like they want to see fast results. I'm like, in order for you to see fast results, you have to make sure your nutrition and your exercise is going hand in hand. You can't be working out 2 days a week or 3 days a week, but then eating crazy 3, 4 days out the week. To be honest with you, if you want to see results in your weight loss journey, it's 80% or like 85% of nutrition, and then the rest is just exercise. So I think some people are not understanding that. So you really have to monitor what you're eating. And I'm not going to tell people, oh, go on a strict diet. I never do that. You do what works for you because everybody's body is different. And maybe you don't have to go on a strict diet. Maybe you just need to eat a little bit less carbs and, all that good stuff, all the stuff that we crave all the time, and eat more fruits, more vegetables, a little bit more protein, maybe add that to your diet because everybody is different. But definitely understand that nutrition is the main part of losing weight and seeing results, optimal results.
Nice. I'm coming to you. I want to lose 10 pounds in a month.
And our mom,
In a month. In a month. I want to lose 10 pounds in a month. I need you to make this happen. Give me
yes.
some advice. What should I be eating? What should I be doing? And this is just a hypothetical, but tell me something, what should I be doing?
So realistically, I'm going to tell you, you may not see that within a month because your body is
What?
a little different. It's possible. Anything is possible. But for you, I would say you definitely have to really work. And I don't know what you like. I don't know if you're a vegan, if I don't know what you like specifically, but we're going to have to monitor what you're eating. I don't know if you're eating crazy. You're eating a lot of junk food and snacks, a lot of burgers. What we doing? What we eating?
Listen, I'm gonna say, let's just say I'm a meat eater. This is, again, we're not talking about meat. So just hypothetically. So a meat
Yeah.
eater, trying to lose 10 pounds in a month. You said that may or may not be possible.
Yeah.
But for somebody who's watching this, you might be like, man, I do, I got something coming up, birthday next month. What's some of the things I should be eating? Even if I do eat meat, what should I be eating? Clean meat, like chicken, fish,
Yeah.
like what kind of stuff?
Clean meats. I will also say maybe practice a little bit of intermittent fasting. So not overeating. Maybe eat 2-3 meals out the day in portions. If you want to snack in between, make sure it's a healthy snack in between, something that's more of high protein and fiber. Juicing in the morning. Make a nice little smoothie or juice in the morning, or go to the store and get you something. Drink lots of tea and water. That's going to help in losing weight as well. And working out, getting some cardio in, some walking, some jogging. If you're not really big on strength training, then get some cardio in. But know that strength training does help along the way, because you can get your tone up. You lose all that weight, you're going to be saggy and lagging all that fat. Baby, you want to strength
Right.
up. But nutrition plays a major part in that. So we'll figure something out for you.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about New York. So, I'm from Cali all day, West Coast. There's, of course, some things that I love most about being from Cali, which is the weather, the music, just different things of that nature. What do you love most about being from New York? Because that's a different type of swag, which I love.
Yes.
I love. But what are some of the things you love most about the New York swag?
I love that we never sleep. The pandemic was the first time we ever slept. You know what I'm saying? New York City is really the city that never sleeps. Like, I just love my city. I'm from Brooklyn, but every borough that you go to is a different feel and a different vibe. You can tell when somebody's from Brooklyn, or when somebody's from Queens, or when somebody's from Manhattan or the Bronx. Better yet, Staten Island. Okay.
Right.
Like, you can just tell, and that's what I love about New York. Like, we just have different auras, different flavors. Just everything is just But if you meet somebody that's from New York, it's always love at the end of the day. Still love.
Yeah. So you had me on your show. You have a podcast, a YouTube show, as well as an IG show that's called After Dark. I was able to go on there with you. After Hours. I'm sorry. After Dark.
Everybody always say that. It's okay.
My bad. After Hours. My fault. Yes. But let's talk about that. What made you want to start that and have that journey? Because I think it's dope. It's really fun. It's really relaxed, really chill. And I had a good time when you had me on. So what made you want to start that? Yeah, for sure.
Man, the pandemic was here and I was getting a little bored, to be honest with you. And I started going live. And one day I went live and people just started tuning in. They was like, Sherille, you need to start doing this a little bit more. I was like, all right, let me just go back on live. And every time I went on live, people were tuning in. I'm talking about 30 people, 40 people, one night, 50 people. And they would have me on live till like 4 or 5 in the morning. And we would just be talking, playing games, interacting. And so I said, let me just change it up and switch the vibe a little bit. And then After Hours came to effect. And then I started bringing on special guests every week, to change it up. I was like, I ain't staying until 4 or 5 in the morning to talk to y'all people. I need to go to sleep. But I love the vibe. Like, I love people come on and interact and just share their stories and their experiences. And it just be real.
Yeah.
Love it.
Tell me a memorable interview so far. One of your most memorable interviews so far. Or guest or something.
Yours is definitely memorable. And it's because you didn't come on After Hours. You came on my other one, Talk That Talk. TTC.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But
that one was memorable. But for the After Hours, there were so many. Ooh, there were so many. The one with Spicy Madi, she's a celebrity. Relationship expert. So nice. That episode was really, 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 really good. There's so many. I feel like, oh my God. That one right in the background was good too. Yeah. When Nate talked about chakras and stuff, he was really good. That was one of my favorite episodes, honestly.
Yeah. I want to switch up the tone just a little bit, right?
Okay.
I'm really passionate about the youth. I'm really passionate about our young men, our young women, letting them know that they don't have to be a product of their environment, no matter what the
Yeah.
situation is, right? You made mention of something that you may or may not want to touch on, but I think that it would be very beneficial to some of the young girls who might tune in and get to watch this, right?
Okay.
You said that you came out of an abusive relationship. Let's give some words of advice or of encouragement to someone who might be in a situation just like that. Might be whether it's physically, whether it's mentally. There's so many different ways that someone can be abused. But what would you say? What kind of words of encouragement or advice would you say to someone who's like, yo, I want to get out, but I don't know how.
Yeah.
I want to change my life, but I don't know how. Just what would you say?
I would say if you know deep down inside that it's time for you to get up and go, you need to really fight and go. Because, unfortunately for me, I stayed in that situation for 8 years, maybe a little longer than that. So it was a really rough time for me. And I know a lot of young ladies who are probably going through the same situation and feel completely broken and just feel confused. And honestly, that starts from you first. Like, nobody's going to put up with something like that unless they know their worth and their value. And I didn't know mine at that time. So I'm sure whoever's going through that doesn't know theirs as well. So I'm not going to say that you may know it right away, but you need to find the strength to get up and go. There's help, there's resources, the domestic, hotline. There's other people I'm sure that you can go to a local church, someone that can just help you in that situation, because it's no good for you to stay in that. And I know sometimes it's easier said than done, but really finding that strength to just get up and go, because it's not going to get any better. It never gets better, at least not with you. It's never going to get better. So I pray that whomever's, listening to this and maybe feeling the same way or going through something similar, that you find the strength, that you pray to God, have a relationship with God, or find some outside sources to go to. If you need to go to a shelter, go find a shelter. And just try to stay strong. It's a tough battle when you're going through an abusive relationship, because at times I felt like I wanted to just give up and kill myself, because I thought this was the end of it for me. I thought he was going to either kill me or I was going to kill myself. And nobody wants to be put in that situation. So young ladies and young kings, whoever you are, it's not worth it. It is not worth it. You are too valuable, worthy, and precious as a person, as a God child, to be going through that. So let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad that you came out on the other side and that you're doing well, and that everything is working out. All things work together.
Absolutely.
So it was a part of your story, it's a part of your testimony, your journey. But I'm glad that you're here and that you're thriving and doing well. And you turned that negative situation into a positive. Because after that, you went out, became a business owner, and you're doing your thing, which I'm super, super grateful and super proud. And thank you for sharing that story, because it may not have been easy for you. But when you mentioned it, I was like, you know what? Let me ask that question, because I'm sure that there's so many people who might be watching who's like, man, I've experienced that. But just watching Miss Sherille, I can come out of on the other side. So that's definitely what it's about. Yeah, for sure.
It's
So I got
the side.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Happiness on the other side. Absolutely. So look, tell me your top 3 favorite New York artists.
New York artists, top 3. It doesn't matter which genre, right?
It doesn't matter which genre. Mary's on my list first and foremost. Biggie.
Mary. Oh, Auntie Mary.
You gotta put Auntie Mary on there.
New Yorkers, it's hard. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Listen, Jay-Z go up there for me.
Okay.
Jay-Z's up there with me for my top 3. Let's see. Little Kim. Sorry, Little Kim.
Okay. Okay.
All right. And then number 3. Woo! Dang, I feel like this is all rappers. I was going to say Jada Kiss. Dang, but I'm sorry. Auntie Mary's up there too. If I had to choose, it's different. See, those are my top 3 rappers from New York. Now, if you want to ask me my top 3 singers, I say
we can do that. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Baby, Mary J. Blige. Who else is from New York that I love? Is she from New York? No, she's not really from New York. She was born in New York. I was gonna say Aaliyah, but she was born in New York. She don't count. Dang,
Mary on the list. Listen, you gotta put Auntie Mary on the list.
She is my top 3 singers though.
But you can't find 2 other ones to go with her.
Because I have so many. But from New York, dang, now I can't think. If you ask me about rappers, I could give you.
Where's Carl Thomas from?
Carl Thomas? I'm not sure.
Is he from New York?
So I've met him a couple times, but I don't know if he's from New York. It's a good question.
Yeah, I don't want to get to line, but he's definitely on the top of my list, like for sure. But Mary,
I feel you on that.
Carl is dope. He's one of my favorite male singers. Like he's dope. But yeah, Mary. I'm gonna say Mary. I'm gonna say Jay, and it's between Lil' Kim and Nas.
Oh yes, Nas. I'm bucking.
How you just leave Nas out?
He's top 5. He's top 5 though.
It was between them. Mary on the list. I don't care what nobody say. Mary's on. She knew. She got her own. You know what I mean? Mary's on the list. Mary's on the list. Tell me something fun to do, pastime in New York. So for me, I definitely wanted to grab a pizza. You gotta grab them slice of pizza. Like that's what you're doing, right?
Slices over here.
That's what you're doing. What you doing? What you doing in New York? What's your vibe out there?
Dang, there's so much to do in New York, honestly. And even with the times changing, there's still so much to do. So, of course, you can go ahead and grab you a slice of pizza from anywhere. So good. Well, not anywhere, but we have a lot of great pizza spots in New York City. We have a lot of just like dope studio areas where you can just chill out and vibe. Lounges, so dope. Everything is closing at like 4 or 5 in the morning sometimes. You can even shop in the city till 4 or 5 in the morning. Hello. So shopping, Times Square.
Right.
People just chilling in Times Square in that little walkway area and the red stairs. That's cool. You can chill over there. Or even on 14th Street, Union Square. There's so much to do. Like, so much to do. New York City is that place. If you've never been to New York, you are missing out.
Yeah. So what's next for you? Let the people know what you got going on. Anything coming up? Any events? I know you're doing online training as well. Is there anything like that you want to make mention of? You can go ahead and do so.
Yes. So I just officially announced the other day that I'm partnering with this other company called Hands of Touch that offers more of massage therapy services. So now we're going to become partners and my clients can get massages. Anybody that wants to book Brooklyn Muscle Services will be able to get the massages on top of that. So the price is going up starting next month. Okay, boss babe over here. Prices got to go up. And I'm still doing after hours. It's season 2, so I'm excited about this new season. I feel like kind of switching things up a bit, get a little bit more classier and smooth, with it. And I'm just over here. I'm trying to get my YouTube still popping and still situated. That is like, you need to be 100% consistent with that.
Listen.
Okay. It's a lot. And then I'm almost done. I'm in this online program for life and health coaching. So I'm about to be officially certified in maybe like 2 months. So that's what I got right now. I'm just moving. Whatever God is bringing to me, I'm just taking it in and moving.
Dope. Yo, well, let the people know where they can find you on social media.
Of course. So y'all can find me at Miss_Sherille, MISS_SHERILLE. You can go check out my website, brooklynmuscle.com, and book a free consultation to get started on your fitness and health journey if you want. That's it. Follow me, hit me up on IG, follow me, I'll follow you back. And that's it. We're going to vibe out.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
I'm so glad that you said yes. It was fun. I hope you had a good time. I definitely had a good time getting a little behind the scenes. What'd you say?
So you are a beautiful and a wonderful host. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You guys remember, let nothing or nobody stop you from reaching your maximum potential. You are great, so go be great. Amen. Peace.
Talk to me, yeah. Conversation we've been